Now, there's a causeway between two lakes. That's more of a pond than a lake. That's quite large. I guess it could be a lake. It sort of goes off into the distance. And here is a causeway. Come on, dogs, let's go up this causeway, see what's up here. Plenty of water birds. In the causeway. Now this pond is divided by yet another causeway there, with this bit of water in between, and then it goes on around there. But we will press up. Oh, Hugo's been in the water. We will press on up this path. The path is becoming narrow and overgrown now. It looks like some people, or one or two people, use this occasionally. Look at all these reeds. This is actually part of Reedy Creek. It's called Reedy Creek, and Reedy Creek is a suburb that we're in. And you can see why it was called Reedy Creek all those years or a century or more ago. This is getting very narrow and overgrown. I'm virtually following the dogs who are finding where the scent is, and sure enough where they're going is a path, just discernible. These lilies look nice, different colours. Quite pretty. Now up ahead there are rocks, stabilization rocks under wire mesh. So again, this is obviously a flood area that comes through at high speed. Otherwise these rocks, if they weren't stabilized under the mesh, would be swept away. So I say it would come, I think that's upstream, it would come from there over here at speed into there, and then beyond it there are more stabilization rocks. See them? So you can imagine this would come through here very fast, and I'd say very high, probably higher than my head, I'm guessing. Someone is ripping the rocks away for their own nefarious purposes. Now look at this, I don't know if you can see it through the trees, there's a tent. Hasn't been used in quite a while, perhaps by a homeless person. So there's lakes there, there's lakes behind it, there's lakes beside it, and there's lakes that side. So this is like a little promontory in between a lot of lakes, and I wouldn't want to be in this tent if a flash flood arose, because if a flash flood does come up, it's going to come up probably higher than the tent. And you know, maybe that's why it's been abandoned. Maybe a flood did go through. Maybe not a very high flood, but just enough to ruin the occupant's day. Hugo. Hugo. Hugo, come. See, he's now going back into water there. And around. The dogs like exploring just as much as I do. Yeah, there's not much left of this tent. It's still pegged down. What are these things? So many of them. I think there's something to do with drugs. Hmm. So you see, it's still attached to the ground, into the ground by pegs. So the flood couldn't get rid of it all. Couldn't actually wash it away because of those pegs. Hugo, come on. I trust the dog's noses, and I think we'll follow this path wherever the dogs are going. Oh, the dogs are coming back. I don't think this path actually goes anywhere now. I think it just ends in water. Water that side. Water that side. And sure enough, water up ahead. So that's as far as we can go. Come on, dogs, let's go back. If I can find the way back. The only problem with exploring around wetlands is, well, have a look at the dog. He's got leaves and bits all over him, but have a look underneath him. Ugh, dirty and muddy, aren't you nice? Eh? You're dirty and muddy, you've got bits hanging off you. Eh? And Hugo is the same.